Guys, what's going on? This is Marcus, no day job for me, and I'm back with another video. And if you haven't already, make sure that you watch my previous video in which I show you proof of on how I made over $20,000 on Etsy in just 5 months. All right. Now in this video, basically what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take you through how I first started about 3 years ago doing custom shirts, custom hoodies, and stuff like that. All right, guys, that's one thing about me is that I'm gonna be very, very transparent with you on my channel. All right, so I'm not gonna BS you. I'm not gonna give you a lot of fluff and all of that different type of stuff. I'm pretty much gonna tell you exactly how I started. And when I started out in the t-shirt business, I wanted to be as cost effective as possible. So I didn't go and run out and buy all types of expensive equipment and all of that different type of stuff. All right. I pretty much, when I started out with a vinyl cutter, and also I started out with the heat press. All right. And as far as with the vinyl cutter, you're looking at about, I would say, between about $300 and $325 in order to get a vinyl cutter, and you're looking at about $225 to in order to get a good heat press. Okay. All right. And if you're on a budget and you didn't have the money to buy both at the same time, what I would really, really recommend is that you go ahead and you purchase the vinyl cutter. And the reason why I tell you to purchase the vinyl cutter is that, one of the keys of me making that $20,000 in 5 months on Etsy is that I was actually pretty good at using the vinyl cutter. All right, I was pretty good about using, as far as cutting out the designs and stuff like that. And that's one of the main things that you want to get familiar with too as well, is the vinyl cutter. Now there's different vinyl cutters out there on the market. Okay, there's vinyl cutters that a lot of people use for businesses, which are the big vinyl cutters. All right, so let me go ahead. Vinyl cutters. All right, what I'm gonna do, basically, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm be very, very transparent with you guys. These are the big vinyl cutters. Okay, starting out, I would not recommend it. Do not get it. There's no need for you to pay money to get one of these big vinyl cutters. All right. Also, there's the Cricut machine, and also is the Cameo. All right. And me personally, when I started out, the one that I went with was the Cameo. All right. And at the time when I started it, I had purchased the Cameo 3. All right. But now, since then, they actually came out with the Cameo 4. And that's what I would recommend for you to get. All right. I would recommend for you to get the Cameo 4 vinyl cutter. All right. And that's just pretty much what I started out with. And the reason why I chose the Cameo over the Cricut machine is because when I was on YouTube, where I got a lot of my education, most of the videos and the tutorials that I seen was about the Cameo. All right. Now there are videos about the Cricut too as well, but not as much videos as there is about the Cameo. Okay. And when you actually come here, you come to Amazon. All right. There's different things that you can get with the Cameo. All right. You can get the vinyl, or you can just pretty much get the Cameo. All right. This is actually a kit here that you can get. It comes with a few other stuff. It comes with the extra, like precision knife and all that different type of stuff, and it's for $329. Me, basically, when I first started out, guys, like I said, I wanted to be as cost effective as possible. All right, because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. All right, so I wanted to be as cost effective as possible. So what I did, I basically just came and I just got the Cameo itself. Okay. All right. And as you see here with this Cameo, it comes with cutting mat. It comes with the blade. Also, it comes with the software. All right. And also, it comes with the cutting mat. Okay. So, basically, I paid $299 for it. I got the Cameo 3, and I still have my Cameo 3. I haven't personally upgraded to the Cameo 4 just because they came out with it. And the reason why I haven't upgraded is because my Cameo 3 still works well. All right, it still works fine. It's not broke, and if it's not broke, why should I invest, and get a Cameo 4 just to stay up with the latest trend? No, I'm very cost effective when I run my businesses. All right. So, I still have the Cameo 3. I run 4 or 5 star shops on Etsy, and it does fine. Once it breaks, all right, to the point where I can't go out and buy a piece to repair it, then I'm going to go ahead and upgrade with the Cameo 4. All right. But until then, I still got my Cameo 3, and it has made me a lot of money. All right, so there's different versions you can get. There's the black one, there's the blue pattern one, there's a pink one, and then also there's a white one. It doesn't matter with the color. You can choose whatever you like. All right. So now that you got that, there's also a few other things that you're gonna need to as well. All right, you're gonna need a ruler. Okay, and guys, this can be a regular ruler. You don't have to go out and buy an expensive ruler. It can be a ruler that you may have a ruler already around the house. All right, you can use that. Okay, now another thing that you're gonna need is a precision knife. All right, and for the precision knife, basically what this is a knife that is gonna be used to cut the vinyl that you measure. All right, and you can go to your local Walmart, or you can go to your Lowe's, or Home Depot, and you can get a precision knife. There's not one in particular that you need to get, but you can just pretty much get one. You see his here or whatever. Here's one for $5, like $6. All right, so you don't have to get nothing expensive. Me personally, I did get something like this, like a little kit for about $10 that got all the different precision knives and stuff like that. Got different ones and here, so this is actually a good buy. You can get for about $10. Okay. Also, since you only bought the Cameo, all right, I also needed vinyl. Okay, which is heat transfer vinyl is what you use in order to press the shirt. So if you actually take a look at this shirt that I made here, all right, like I made this shirt, this here is heat transfer vinyl. All right, so you can go type in heat transfer vinyl. All right, and also when you actually there's different brands. This Caesar or Sicer, however you pronounce it, this is the brand that majority of people actually recommend. Okay. Also, you have Cricut brand as well. Cricut heat transfer vinyl. Okay. Now, as far as with this particular brand, of course, it's the most expensive on the market too as well. I've actually used all the brands. Over my 3 years, I've actually used various different brands. Okay. Now, also, if you want to save some money, all right, and like I said, I'm very cost effective when it comes to my business. I like to, if it's something that I can spend, that gets that same quality, but I'm saving some money. All right, then I do that. Okay. Now another vinyl brand that I really like, all right, is Caregee. Okay, this is about 50 to 60% cheaper than the Siser brand. All right, Siser or Caesar, however you want to pronounce it. Like many people pronounce it, different ways. But this brand is actually about 50 to 60% cheaper than the top brand that they recommend, and it does well. It does very, very well. I really don't see any difference between this brand and also the other brand, but just in cost. So you can get literally like a 12 by 20-foot roll for about $20. Okay. And guys, like I said, I run a 5-star Etsy shop and I don't have any complaints about the vinyl. I've used this vinyl. I've washed this shirt multiple times and it still looks good. All right. There's no peeling or anything like that. All right. So, you could definitely save some money on it. Also what it will do too as well, you can earn a little bit more profit when you begin to get customers and stuff like that. All right, so what I would recommend for you to do, like maybe buy you some white and buy you some black, because basically what you're going to do when you first starting out, you're going to just be making t-shirts for yourself. You're going to be making t-shirts for your kids or your family members. All right. You're not going to be charging people because you do not have the experience, and the first thing you want to do is that you want to get educated. That's what I highly recommend. Get educated on how to cut and also how to press shirts. Get good before you turn it into a business. Okay. All right. So, just go ahead and purchase those things. You got your or whatever, you got your vinyl cutter, you have your heat transfer vinyl, you have your ruler, and you have your precision knife. Okay. All right. And once you get this, or even before it come in, what I would highly recommend for you to do is go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. If you buy the Cameo 4, go to YouTube, type in Cameo 4 tutorials. Now, what are you going to be doing is that you're going to spend at least an hour, if you have 2 hours per day, and you want to go ahead, watch as many videos as you can about the Cameo 4. So you see these different videos like introduction to the Silhouette Cameo 4 for beginners. You want to watch these videos, guys. See Silhouette Cameo 4 unboxing and first cut. All right. And also you want to subscribe. Like, Design Bundles is good. Heat Press Nation is good. Okay. The Rhinestone World is a good channel that you want to subscribe to. All right. Also, Silhouette Incorporated is good too as well, that you want to subscribe to. And what you want to do, you want to subscribe to these channels and you want to learn how to cut. It's going to talk about the cut settings that you need to have. Also, not only that, okay, what comes with the Cameo 4 is is a software here. All right, let me go here, which is a software called the Silhouette Studio. Now, there's different versions of the Silhouette Studio. There's the free version and there's the pro version. Guys, to be honest, I've been using the free version for going on 4 years now. All right, I haven't upgraded to the pro version, but you can pretty much find out what's the difference between both of those, and you want to go with what fits your needs. But the way I do things, I use a free software as well, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later on. I'm not going to talk about that in this video. I use a free software where I do all of my designs, and then I take those designs from that software and I put them in the Silhouette. All right, in which I'm going to do tutorials on this too as well. And I put them in this Silhouette Studio, and to actually go ahead and cut it and send it to my vinyl cutter. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So, that's what you want to do. In the meantime, listen, guys, before I even begin to really, really get comfortable to be able to even charge people, I was already watching videos and I was practicing for about a month and a month and a half. Maybe give yourself 4 to 6 weeks. It just depends on how much time that you put into it. What I was doing, and time that you can actually free up to yourself, is that if you have an extra time, like say on your lunch break, or if you're driving to work or something like that, always have something playing in your car, or always be watching a video. That way what it does, it shows you, and shows you exactly, and you begin to get educated about the Cameo. All right. So yeah, so you want to spend at least an hour or 2 hours, and you just want to come and you want to subscribe to these channels. All right. And you want to begin to go ahead and watch these videos. You want to get familiar with it too as well. All right. You can go right here to Silhouette Incorporated, then go to videos. All right. Or you can go to playlists and see if they have something for beginners. All right. And here, all right. So you see that has the Silhouette Support Series, Silhouette Cameo 4. You pretty much basically you want to go into these playlists, and you want to begin to go ahead and consume yourself and begin to get educated about the Cameo 4, because that's how you're going to be able to put out good quality, by knowing how to actually use the Cameo. Okay. All right. So yeah, or like basically whatever, that's what you want to do. Okay. Also another thing is that one thing about it, with the Cameo that I've noticed too as well. All right. Now the Cameo is gonna come with a cutting mat, and basically a cutting mat. Let me show you. Basically, a cutting mat is what you lay the vinyl on for it to cut. Now, you don't have to use the cutting mat to cut vinyl with the Cameo, but as a beginner, I highly recommend that you use a cutting mat. All right, and it's a 12 by 12 inch cutting mat. Now there's different versions here, like if you actually use the Cameo version, you see it's like for one, it's like $12 for just one of these cutting mats. But also there are some different versions, like Strong Grip 12 by 12. This come with 3 in a pack for $10. Okay, so yeah, like you can actually use these too, instead of paying $12.23 for one. All right, you can actually get 3 of them for $10. All right, and these work perfectly fine. Like I'm actually using one now, as you see. This is not the official Cameo mat, but it's a 12 by 12 cutting mat. All right, and it works perfectly fine. Like I say, I like to find cost-effective ways in order to save money, but also get the same results. All right, so I'm very, very big on cutting costs when it comes to actually running my businesses. That way I see more of a profit margin, and I'm not spending more money on supplies and materials and stuff like that. Okay. All right. Now in the next video, basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you too as well the free software that I use. It's a free software online. It's a virtual software by a particular company. I'm going to talk about them too as well. And basically I use this to do all of my designs and stuff like that. I designed this shirt in there, in that software too as well. All right. So guys, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to my video All right, subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm going to be putting out videos. Also, when you subscribe, click on the bell because it's going to give you a notification when I do upload videos. All right. And if you've seen this video as being beneficial, make sure you go ahead and click on the like button too. Now, if you do have the money to go ahead and get a heat press as well as a Cameo 4, then I highly recommend you doing that. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you exactly the heat press that I use. All right. And guys, I order all of my stuff off of Amazon. You know, I'm a Prime member, so I like to order everything off of Amazon. All right. This is the heat press that I use, this power press. All right. This power press heat press, this costs right here. Let me see where. All right, let's click on it. And I just bought a new heat press, but I had this heat press for about 3 years. All right, and I paid $200 for it. All right, for this particular heat press. So I just bought a new one. So this one lasted me 3 years. So I actually got the bang for my buck, you know, for only paying $209. All right, and it's a 15 by 15 inch heat press. And it's a professional heat press. All right, so I highly recommend these heat presses. There are other different ones like the Power Press by Cricut and all of that stuff. Like, you know, I don't recommend these here. You know, these here is not gonna give you that quality that you need. So I highly recommend you getting a real heat press. I've like never used these heat presses. You know, I don't know how it works here. Like, you know, some of these are actually a little cheaper. All right, but you know, I want to recommend it. I will recommend you go with a 15 by 15 inch heat press. I've like never used this brand. All right, but you know, you can go and read the reviews and see what people are saying about it. But this is actually a little bit cheaper too as well. All right, and if it does the same thing, hey guys, you know, like I said, you know, look, see, this is actually 150. I mean, excuse me, 181. This is actually 199. All right, and you know, pretty much just go click on this product, all right, and read the reviews. I do not recommend the Cricut Easy Press. You know, I personally haven't used it or anything like that, but I just like these professional heat presses here that helps you to be able to set the pressure on it and stuff like that, you know, so that you can be able to you know, go ahead and get a good press whatever for your shirts. So if you do have the money and it's in your budget, go ahead and buy the Cameo 4 and also buy a heat press too as well, because once you cut out the vinyl, then that way you can just go ahead and press it. All right, but if you don't have it in your budget, go ahead and buy the Cameo 4 and then come to YouTube. All right, I'm gonna be doing videos showing you how to work it and stuff like that, but in the meantime, if you know, if this is something that you want to go ahead and invest in before I put up videos, just come to someone that already has the videos and learn from them. Okay, all right, and then go ahead and get started and go ahead and get educated about the Cameo 4, because in order for you to be good at doing t-shirts, then you have to know how to work the equipment first that you purchase. All right, don't put the cart before the horse. All right, you gotta crawl before you walk. It's gonna take some time, but after a while, once you get educated and you're gonna be good at it, and then you can turn it into a business. All right, you can turn it into a business, and trust me, it's gonna pay you once you get the knowledge. Then you're gonna be able to make money. You know, like I say, I also do custom work too as well. So I just don't run the Etsy shops, but I also do custom works for families, you know, for sports teams and stuff like that. So, you know, there's different angles and different ways that you can make money, and you're definitely gonna get a return back on your investment. All right. So guys, let's pretty much wrap it up for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm gonna leave my contact information at the bottom of this video. Also, you know, a lot of you guys follow me on social media. Inbox me if you have any questions or anything like that. Also, what I'm gonna be doing too as well, I'm gonna be scheduling some one-on-ones. So if you definitely want to do some one-on-ones with me, you know, kind of like pick my brain and, you know, see how I got started on Etsy and all of that different type of stuff, you know, I'm definitely going to have that available too. All right. So guys, again, this is Marcus. No Day Job for me. It's been great. Be blessed. You know, stay motivated. Stay away from the negativity. All right, stay away from the negativity. Get around people that is doing stuff, you know, that's speaking positive and making moves. All right, because that's what's gonna help you as you continue the journey. All right, so you have a good day.